What's up everyone, 7-Star Mike here, and I want to show you the importance of support and resistance. At the top of the screen here you can see that scroll. If you go to youtube.com/7startraders, go to the playlist section, and the first video there is a 4.5-hour course on support and resistance. Yes, it's a long one, but I do cover pretty much everything I use for support and resistance to find trade entries. So I want to show you a real-world example today. This is SPY. And there's some obvious points on the chart here. Now, if you're not in a rush to get into a trade right away, what you want to do is let the charts develop, and throughout the day they'll show you points where you can get in and out of trades relatively low risk. The first one here, you can see we were climbing all morning and then there was a resistance point here. We pulled back, we hit that point again and stopped. So we're going to go ahead and draw a line right at that point. So you can see it's resistance, and when we punched through it, that was a good upside trade. That was actually a first trade I took there. You can trade SPY, you can trade SPX, you can trade futures. Doesn't matter. I actually trade all three of them. Oftentimes I'm trading all three in 3 different accounts for the same trade, same setup. So if it goes against me, not looking good because I have 3 different accounts trading against me. But when it works out nicely. Now here's the thing. This was a resistance point. Once we broke through, one of the things we look for is for it to come back and test that level to hold the support and bounce, which is exactly what it did. So that's a key level here to watch. You want to plot those support and resistance levels. Now, it also bounced right here. So Technical Analysis 101, we have a concept that says support becomes resistance and resistance becomes support. So in this case, we have resistance here. Once we broke through it, it now became support twice. Once we broke through it to the downside, this level of support became resistance here and resistance here. So you can see it's important to know these levels. So my second trade was actually a short once we broke through this level. So it acted as support here, it acted as support here. The bounce that it took the second time was less than the bounce that it took the first time, so it was looking pretty weak. Once it broke through that level, I took a short position. You can see in the corner of the screen there, that's my trade confirmation on SPY. That's a tweet I put out for the $500 account challenge. In that account, you want to find low-cost contracts with relatively little risk. The reason I say this is little risk is because we bounced twice here and broke through that level. So if you enter as close as you can to this level, the exit is going to be if we basically break above that level. Okay, so our entry is right below this level. If it goes against us and we have to exit above that level, it's not going to do a lot of damage because we're getting out very close to where we know the trade is wrong. So this one happened to drop below that level, come back to test that level, held as resistance, and drop again. So you can see the trade confirmation there. That is a 35% gain. Most people would be extremely happy with the 35% gain every day, especially in a small account. Now, when I was in this trade short, where was my exit? Well, my exit was down here. And of course you can say, well, that's obvious to look at on a chart afterwards and say that's where you should get out. But why did I get out there? Well, if you can see the cursor on the screen, you'll get a hint why. We're going to take this low right here and we're going to put a line there and look where we stopped. We basically hit that to the penny. So we dropped here to a level of support and then went on a run. Once this level broke, where did we go? Right back down to that same level that acted as support earlier. So that's why this is my stop here. And then we went on a run. Look what happened. The same level that was resistance, resistance, support, support, resistance, resistance. Okay, so this level is obviously an important level for us to watch. So those are the things you want to look for on your charts. You want to get comfortable with finding support and resistance. And again, I have a 4.5-hour video that covers multiple types of support and resistance on YouTube. It's free. Everything I do is free. I don't want to charge you guys for anything. I make money trading and I got a lot of help when I started. So doing things for free is my way of giving back. So check it out on YouTube, 7-Star Traders. youtube.com/7startraders is where you can find it. Go to playlist and it's a 4.5-hour support and resistance video that shows you not just horizontal support like this, but channels, EMAs, various types of support and resistance. You'll get everything you need to know to follow the types of trades that I do. And this is as simple as I keep it. No EMAs, no volume, no anything. I literally just have a line or two on a chart of support and resistance, and that's how I find and that's how I manage my trades. You guys can do it too. It takes a little bit of work, once you get comfortable with it, it's super easy to spot these levels. On a trending day, they're great. On a choppy day, they're great because they can keep you out of a trade. Learn those support and resistance levels and let me know what you think.